it's cold today. I think we managed to get up to about 15 degrees. It's not a whole lot, but it's warmer than that. What was it, 3 degrees this morning? Good God, it was cold. It was cold, cold, cold. Luckily I work inside. I don't have to deal with the cold anymore as much. I still do, but not as much anymore. So I'm going to see how many people join me today. I know that there's probably quite a few of the more watch channels that are live right now. And I'll put my gloves on. Steering wheel's cold. It's a lot more of the more watch channels. I'm hoping to give people kind of an option, you know, when people are busy and come over here and check out my channel. I don't really have a lot going on, as usual, but it's fun to do anyway. I'll skip on the radio today. I'll turn this mess down, so there we go. Brakes will lock it up or something. I don't know what the hell's going on. I have to get that looked at. Anyway. Yeah, so it's a cold, wintry day. It's supposed to be in the 50s this weekend. I'm really looking forward to that. I got a lot of spring cleaning I need to do. I gotta go out to my storage building. When I changed the oil in my cars. Oh shit. Sorry about that. Long day. Working man's hours. I work 6 to 4:30 every day. So anyway, when I change the oil in my cars and trucks, I usually just leave it in the, what is it, that 1 gallon jug or whatever it is, and or gallon and a quarter. Is it 4 quarts, 5 quart jugs. So I've got about 10 of those things out of my building. I need to take over to AutoZone or Advanced Auto or somewhere, O'Reilly's or something, drop them off. I'm sure the EPA wouldn't like me having all that extra oil in my truck and from my trucks in my building. I got to get taken care of this weekend anyway. But it's a cold ride home. I can't turn on the heat yet because it's only, well, I guess I'm just about up to temperature. I'm going to turn it up here so I can get some heat going. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I'll turn the old heater up on 85. That's right. What's happening, viewer? So I'm on my way home. Figured I'd do a video on my way home today. I was supposed to do one a couple of days ago, but it was kind of tentative, as I explained in the previous video, you know, whether or not I was gonna do a video. It was kind of an iffy thing. I didn't go to work yesterday because it snowed the night before, so I decided that I was just going to stay at home, take it easy. Of course, a man that works, you know, 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, needs a day off, so I took a day off yesterday. And I didn't do a video. I guess I could have. I was home all day. I didn't have anything else better to do. So, anyway, looks like we got a couple people stopping in for a second or two. That's a positive. It's always nice to see people stop in and kind of take a look. I wish when people stop in, they'd at least say hello, and that would be nice. You know, see how far my videos are getting out, or if anybody's seeing them at all. I think on the last one, I had maybe 18 people view my last video, which, you know, for my page or for my channel, it's not a whole lot. I mean, I've had more shorts get attention than that, but you know, my live videos don't seem to do as well. I guess it's because I'm kind of, I don't know, at a loss for words, I guess, from time to time. And I don't know how well people can see me. I know that I was watching some of my video from last time. That was Tuesday, I guess. Yeah, today's Thursday. So that was Tuesday I did my last video. And I noticed that I had some interference. I guess I was kind of in a bad place and didn't have much of a signal. So there's a few spots in my video that are kind of distorted. Hello, viewer. I'm on my way home from work today. I'm just over here talking to myself as usual. Well, if anybody stops in, I'm talking to them as well, but that's not very often. And if people do come in, they only stay for a couple of seconds, and oh, aren't you sweet? Give me all those hearts. I appreciate that. That's cool. But anyway, so I did a video the other day, and I was talking about, I had talked about doing another video yesterday because it was out on a snow day. And I thought I would shoot a video, but unfortunately I never did get around to it, so I'm doing one today. We've had some snow in the area, so that's why I took a day off from work to kind of at home and relax and stuff like that. Work a lot of hours. I don't want to get burnt out on my job, so I take a little time off when I can. But it's about a 23-minute drive or something like that usually to get home from my job. So this is like the perfect opportunity for me to shoot a video and maybe get some comments and some likes and some love. I got some love there a minute ago. That was pretty cool. That's never happened before. Yay me! Oh boy. So anyway, it's a nice day today, but it's been real cold. I think we started off at like 0 degrees this morning, and I think we managed to get like 15 degrees, but it was still really cold. I work inside. I think I don't have to work outside anymore. I work inside, so I don't really get the cold directly on me. So I work at an auto shop, and when they open the bay doors, to bring in new vehicles to work on, it gets a little chilly for a few minutes. But I got a heater set up at my desk, and I do desk work for a living. Sit in one place. Well, I don't sit there all day, but anyway, so I got a heater. It doesn't blow any air, but it's nice. It's radiant. It uses the back of the. It uses the back like a metal to reflect off of it. It comes underneath my desk, and it's square, of course. And so when it comes underneath my desk, it warms, and all that hot air just kind of comes up on me. So it's not so bad. But it gets really chilly for a few minutes when the guys open the doors and they're bringing vans and stuff in for us to work in and on. So what I do for a living, I'm a quality control inspector for a company that does commercial upfits on vehicles. We call it retrofitting. So they bring us stripped down vans and trucks from the Chevrolet place over in Wentzville, Missouri, and we upfit them according to what the commercial company needs. Like shelves and radios and GPS systems, and every once in a while we get into some pretty elaborate stuff, but that's not very, oh, the sun's terrible. That's not very often we get into like these really big builds, but we do. Some of the builds, can take a couple of days, some of them take a few hours. It just kind of depends on what the companies that we're building them for recommends or requests. So it's not so bad. But like I said, I'm doing this video today because I didn't do one the other day like I said I would. I don't know how many of you guys have watched my other video that I did on Tuesday. I know that 18 people did, but I don't know if it's any of you guys specific. Any of you guys got any questions or comments, feel free to put them down there somewhere, and I'll see what I can do about reading them on the way home. I can't take a lot of time to look at my phone. Of course I can when I'm sitting still like I am right now. Oh, that sun is bright. It's nice to see though, because we've had this dreary, gloomy weather for a couple of days now, so it's really nice to see the sun shining, even though it's still cold as all get out. So hopefully the traffic won't be too bad today. I'm hoping. You know, it's the way I go in the morning. I come to the interstate in the mornings because that's like the quickest way for me to. It takes about 20 minutes for me to get to work in the morning. I take a route home and it takes me about 10 minutes longer, but it's a nice drive. It's not real crowded, and it's a good way for me to relax before I get home, you know, stuff like that. So anyway, hi Ashley, how are you? Yes, I love you too, baby girl. You disappoint me sometimes, but I do love you. So anyway, sorry y'all, that's my daughter. I didn't expect her to stop in today, but there she is in all her glory. So I don't have a lot planned for this evening. I might watch some TV and maybe do some metaverse. I got one of those Oculus things, you know, you put on your face. It's a VR generator, virtual reality. And I got it for Christmas, so it's been really cool playing with that thing. I get to go places and see things and do things that, you know, you can't do in real life. And I can't really afford to travel, so that's a good way for me to travel from place to place. And the graphics are really cool in the Meta Horizon worlds anyway. But I found another app that's called Banter, B-A-N-T-E-R. Hi everybody, I'm his baby girl. Yes, she's my baby girl, everybody. Look at the comments below, that's my daughter. Anyway, so Banter, the graphics are so much better, but it's not as busy. And a lot of the places, you know, they're pretty much empty. I don't think it's really popular yet, like it should be. I know that the Horizon Worlds, the Meta Horizon Worlds, is a bit more populated, so to speak. But a lot of kids on there. The kids are brutal to each other these days. Man, it really surprises me. So I try to get on places that, you know, in the Meta Horizon worlds that the kids don't go, because I can't deal with, you know, disrespectful children. My kids can vouch for that, right, Ashley? So anyway, that's neither here nor there. But anyway, so I was talking to a group of people, and we hang out quite a bit on Meta Horizon worlds at night. And there's some places that, you know, only the adults go, and you have to prove your age, kind of. What they do is they listen to your voice to determine whether or not you're old enough to be where and some of them have this bar thing that you take your hands and you pull it like this. I guess they go by your arm span, and that's how they determine if you're of age or not. So if you go to Meta Horizon Worlds and you search, like, you know, adult places, so there's a couple places I go that have, like, they got bowling, and I play darts. And there's this really cool game that I play. It's kind of like bowling, but it's called Mulkey, M-U-L-K-K-I, and it's got these pylons about, you know, well, I don't know how tall they are, but there's pylons that have numbers on them. And there's another one that you grab and you throw it towards the pylons. And if you only knock one down, whatever the number is on the top of the post, but then if you knock down more than one, then it gives you a 1 point for each one that you knock over. So the object of the game is to try to spread them out at first, and then, you know, because you have to add to 50. So then once you get to 50, you win the game. But if you get like 52 or 55 in one throw, then it starts you over again at 25. So you kind of have to start over. Even though you don't start off at 0, you still have to kind of start over again. And then it's a race to 50, of course. So that's a really cool game. Then they've got they got darts. I played pool on there. I did some karaoke the other night. That was pretty fun. I sang a song by 9 Inch Nails, Something I Can Never Have. That's the song I sang. And it was really cool because, like in real life, I would never get in front of a crowd and, do that. Your signal was cutting in and out for a second. Yeah, it does that, baby, because I'm on my way home. And I go up and down hills and stuff, so it's kind of hard to stay solid all the time. But anyway, so I was with a group of people that, I hang out with, and they were all telling me that, I really should do this because it's a lot of fun. So I did. I tried it. And I was like, I've never done this. I've never sang karaoke before. I thought it would be pretty cool. And of course, they can't see me. Well, they see me, but they don't see me. You know what I mean? It's like they see my avatar. So I kind of have like a secret identity. So I sang this song, and like everybody was applauding and stuff, and they just thought it was like the coolest thing. And I remember telling one person in particular that, if I had been, in a real bar, unless I was shit-faced drunk or something like that, I probably wouldn't have sang at all. And they were applauding me and telling me what a good job I did and all this. This other guy was like, "Hey man, you really killed it. You did a 9 Inch Nails song." And so, signal, yeah, I know, baby. Signal was going out. But anyway, so I might do it again sometime. I'm not really sure. But then they've got a bowling. There's a place called Crazy Lanes Bowling, which is really fun. And I bowl a better digital bowling game than I do a regular bowling game on there. Then they've got like the basketball hoop things, you just throw at the carnivals. They've got some of those. As I said, pool tables. It's really neat how detailed some of this stuff is, on these digital virtual reality worlds. But I have a lot of fun with it. Meet a lot of good people. I've got quite a few followers. I've only had it since Christmas, but it's been a lot of fun so far. And I'll probably do something tonight. I know that Friday and Saturday nights are like the busiest nights for VR machines. A lot of people on it. Of course, it means more kids, but like I said before, I go to places where there are no kids. So that helps a lot. If you guys wouldn't mind liking and loving my page or whatever, I'd sure appreciate it. I'm not in this for money. I'm interested to see how many people are going to be maybe join me again later when I do other videos. So I'm talking about Metaverse, the VR, virtual reality and stuff. And I found the Better Horizon Worlds is really cool, but I found the Banter. The graphics are so much better. And the good thing is on the Banter, once you get in, you go in like, with your avatar, like as a human, but then you can go to this place, it's called the Avatar Oasis, and you can pick like from all these different ones. So I just picked a Stormtrooper because I've seen the Star Wars movies, and I'm a big fan of the Stormtrooper. It's just something about the Stormtroopers that I like. So in Banter World, I'm a Stormtrooper, and there's these, most of them are like seek and find games, and I go to one called Back Rooms, and Back Rooms is like, I guess it's like a business office or building, complex or whatever that has all these rooms in it, and you have to search your way in. So last night I was going through, and I didn't know where I was on this game, and I fell down this hole. So I was trying to they've got this on this game. They've got this thing. It's like a radar. So if you're in a particular world, you can see other people around you through walls and stuff through your radar. So I'm trying to find my way back to them, and so I try and find ways to go up, because I know I've fallen probably 3 or 4 stories at this point. So I'm trying to get back up to them. They're probably 4 or 5 stories on top of me somewhere. And I got to one point where I was like at the very, very bottom, and I would go one way, and then there wouldn't be any way up, and then I'd go another way. So I found this like tunnel that was probably half as tall as I was. So I had to squat down to get through it. And but once you get to one end, there's like a black wall that has like an evil clown's face on it, but it's not painted, it's light. So all you see is his mouth, his eyes, and his like 2 slots for his nose. And so I turned around and went back the other way, back on the other side, and there was a tunnel that went up. But the problem is that I couldn't get up to go up the tunnel. So in the rest of the worlds, mostly you have these on your hands. You have like a web, so you can push one button to make a web and attach it to anything you want to, and then the other button, so there's 2, there's a top button or triggers and a bottom trigger, and you can hit the bottom trigger and your web will pull you, which is really neat. But unfortunately, when you're in back rooms, that feature doesn't work for some reason. I don't know if maybe it's a setting, or if the moderators or whoever designed the world don't want you using the web in their world. So anyway, so what I did is they have what they call a respawn. So when you respawn from wherever you're at, you go back to the very beginning of the world that you're in at that particular time. So I started exploring this world again. Well, I come to this great big room, and it's got like a red lights on the ceiling, and it's playing this loud ass music. It was like a rock and rap type thing. Whew. The sun's bright. So I'm walking through this world, and I get to one point in the middle, like in the middle of the room, the whole room turns black, and all these ghost faces start coming out of nowhere. So they're like completely surrounding me, and I don't know whether I'm supposed to try and fight these things, or if I'm trying to capture one of them and take them with me, or what. So I went on through there, and I get to this other like huge room. It's like almost like a dock area, and it's got all these columns that I was walking around. I could see things, off in the distance, and then I go up to these ramps. So I thought, well, there was no way to get back up at that point. Now this is after I've already respawned, so there was no way to get back up. So I thought, well, if I go down one level, maybe I can find a way up. So I'm getting ready to go down this one ramp, and I hear somebody say something about, it's like a whisper, and I can't really make it out, but it sounded like it said something about thanks for joining me here, or something like that. So I get down there, and I'm walking around again. Now some of these tunnels are completely black. You can't see anything until you get like to the other side. You can just see like a really faint light. So I get to the other end of this tunnel, and but I'm going through the dark again, so I fall yet again down in this pit. So I find out that I'm in the pit in the exact same place that I left, but this time the light was around me at the top, and it came on after I fell. I guess it wanted me to see where I was at, but it just happened to be the place that I had respawned from before. So like there's no way to get, once you're down that far, I couldn't figure out a way to get back up. I'm sure there's like, secret ladders or something, but the thing is there were levels above that had ladders that went up like these tunnels going up, kind of like laundry chutes or something. And I couldn't figure out how to climb the ladder. I know that in in the worlds, you're supposed to be able to climb, but I couldn't figure it out because when I would usually, like in Horizon Worlds, when you go to grab something, there's a dot that appears on whatever it is that you're trying to grab. Like in the Banter world, I can make portals like to take you to different worlds and stuff. I just look up, and it has like a little swirly thing, and then I touch the swirly thing, and a ball shows up. It says "throw me," so you throw that, and then you get a portal for whatever world it is that you pick that ball from. So like there was a lot of people there last night that were trying to get signed up because when you first get into this world or this Banter app, you're kind of like a walking cardboard box, like a robot. You look like a robot, but you're made out of cardboard. You got all these bumper stickers and like you have a smiley face and then 2 lines for eyes, and that's it. You can move your fingers. You can actually see your fingers move. And you got full mobility, but it's really funny to look down because you don't see anything with your feet, and it's like 2 little cardboard boxes, so it's really cool. But anyway, so I was making these portals for these people to go through, and when they go in, you've got 4 directions you can go. The one's like a sign-up deal, and believe it or not, it's really difficult. It took me like, I don't know, an hour and a half or something like that to get signed up the first time I did it. And this was after tripping around the world for, the Banter world for probably, 25, 30 minutes trying to figure it out. But I ran into a couple of people. I was trying to talk to them, and they couldn't hear me, and I couldn't figure out how to turn the microphone on so they could hear me. So there's, quite a few things you have to kind of learn as you go along in this world. So I get all signed up and everything, and then they give you a chance to build an avatar where you can be like a regular human. Now, as I said before, there's this place on there. It's called Avatar. I forgot what it is already. Anyway, so Avatar Oasis. That's what it's called. So it's got all these different avatars, and you got they got Spider-Man on there, and they got Batman, and they've got Stormtroopers, and they've got like robots, and they've got these chick fighters, they have wings on their heads and stuff. It's really cool. But like when you go in there to the sign up, you have that's kind of walkthrough process. But you have to be able to. They have something on there called pass through, so you can, when you're looking at through your mask, you see the world, but you have a button that you can push, and you have to point at it. It's got this little laser that you point, and that's how you get from place to place on like different screens and stuff. So you point at this thing, and it's got a little mask on it, and when you point and click at it, the world becomes like your reality world. And then when you go back to your other side of the pass-through, you're in your VR world again. So it's like you can switch back and forth at any point when picking up your menu. So when you're signing up, you have to have like a cell phone or a computer sitting in front of you that you can pass through and go back and forth because they give you like a code. And I was talking to somebody last night in the Banter world at the beginning of that Backrooms thing that was telling me that the reason that Banter made it so difficult was for the so that the kids had less of an opportunity to get in there because they want to keep it kind of subtle. They they don't like the kids in there raising hell and ruining everybody else's good time. So that's what they've done basically. But it's not as busy, I think the most people I've ever seen in one place at any given time is like 9. But yet when you go over to Meta Horizon Worlds, depending on what the world is, you might have 50 kids in there and just a couple of adults, and these kids are wanting to talk to you and stuff, and then you're like, hey dude, I'm an adult, you shouldn't be talking to me. And then they start cussing at you because they don't like what you have to say. Yeehaw. Well, I lost a viewer. I don't know who I've still got here, but anyway. Anyway, so I was trying to help people, get to the sign up thing, and I was making portals and stuff. And there's a woman I ran into yesterday. She had an older version of an avatar that she was using, and I asked her why she was using that particular avatar, and she said that when she used Banter before, that she was a designer, and her name was Designer Girl or Designer Chick or something like that. So I was asking her, is that like what you do for a living or what? She goes, no, when I'm on Banter or when I'm on Meta Horizon Worlds, I'm a builder. I build these worlds, and if you ever want to stop by, one of my workshops, let me know, and I'll walk you through it. So I'm gonna have to check sometime and see if she's on, and see if she can kind of give me God, it's hot in here. Give me the basics, because that might be something to be really interesting. I kind of like to do like a skating rink or something. I thought that would be really cool. Have like a spider light, with one of those disco balls, that rotate around. That would be really cool to have it like in the middle of a roller skating rink, and then have the spider lights, and then I can pick whatever kind of music I would want. So I do like, different nights I would do different kinds of music. Like one night I would do like 80s, and then another night I would do, rock and heavy metal or rap, or, just I would kind of rotate it up, you know what I mean? So, anyway, so I'm planning on doing that pretty soon, and get with her and see if she can help me build a world, because I think that would be really cool. And, but I don't know if I want to do it on Horizon Worlds or if I want to do it on Banter, because the Banter, you can smooth out your graphics a lot better, but there's a lot of stuff that you have to know how to do coding, and I don't code, so I'm not really sure, like on a computer, coding, that you can do a code and then mix it in with your stuff that's already preset. That's the good thing about excuse me, Meta Horizon Worlds, is there's a warehouse of all these different what they call like pre-made worlds that you can go, and they're called something mesh. I can't try mesh. And you can take these things and you can set them, and then you can design stuff inside of them, like furniture. You can set up like to play games and stuff, and so that's what I'm thinking about doing. But I have to kind of get the basics first, because I'd be lost. I have another person on Horizon Worlds that wants to help too. She said that she's willing to help anytime for me to, get this thing. But they only meet on Friday and Saturday nights is the only time I see them. So you're gonna hop off here. I love you. Talk to you later. Okay, yeah, behave yourself. Listen to your father every once in a while. Thank you very much. So anyway, so building worlds, I have thing. Some of the worlds that I've been to on Meta Horizon are a little more, like elaborate than others. And some of them have secret passageways, and you can take shortcuts, and you can pick up items. Like there's one world I go to. It really looks cool because you've got like your regular. So it's an island basically, is what it is, and it's got a little area. It's like a little picnic area. It's got a outside cabana, it's got bottles and stuff, so you can like pretend to drink things and all that. But you've got a planet that you see, like it's Earth. As soon as you open this thing up, and you go into this world, where you spawn in is planet Earth, and then the cabana's off to the right, and then there's a ship that goes around, And you can actually, there's a doorway that you have to walk through because you can't jump on the ship out of the water. So there's a doorway that you have to walk through in order to get on the ship. But there's a diamond in between two rocks. So you point your pointer at the diamond, and it beams you up to this planet. It's like a big rock, basically. It's like a meteor or something, but it has vegetation and all that stuff on it. And it's really cool because the only way you can get off the rock is to jump. So if you get vertigo real easy, or you know, something like that, personally I think it's kind of fun to jump off of, and you look down and like everything's coming up at you. It's really cool. But anyway, so that's Meta Horizon Worlds and banter. I don't know if I've still got the same person here that you know, was been hanging out with me the whole. I've seen quite a few people come and go on this video, but I'm actually at home now, so I'm gonna say good evening and good night to everybody. But because I've been on, what, 36 minutes now, and this is what I do. I drive. It just so happened that, you know, I wanted to do a video today. Like I said, early in my live feed here, I wanted to do a video because I hadn't done one yet since Tuesday. And I thought I was going to do one yesterday, but I took a snow day off of work. It's been kind of snowy here the past couple of weeks. And anyway, so you guys take it easy, and we'll talk to you all again some other time. All right, y'all have a good one. Let's see, copy, quick share. No, I don't want a quick share. I want to stop. How do I stop? X. There we go. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes. Bye, y'all.